Have you ever felt exhausted, but not physically? The kind of tired that a night of sleep, no matter how long, just can't fix. You wake up in the morning and feel like your internal battery is already at 10%. You look in the mirror and no longer recognize the vibrant person you once were. Everything feels like a chore. Every email, every phone call, every task feels like a mountain you have to climb barefoot. If any of this sounds familiar, you might say, "Oh, I'm just stressed," or "I'm going through a rough patch." But what if I told you it might be something more, something deeper and more insidious, that settles in silently and consumes your resources from the inside out? Today, we're talking about burnout. And no, it's not just a trendy word for corporate workers. It's a real state, a silent trap that more and more people are falling into, regardless of their profession or age. And its most dangerous signs aren't the obvious ones. They are the hidden ones, the ones we ignore daily, blaming them on everything else. In the next few minutes, we will unmask 5 of these hidden signs of burnout. Pay close attention, because recognizing them is the first and most important step to getting your life back. So what is burnout really? The World Health Organization describes it as a syndrome resulting from chronic workplace stress that has not been successfully managed. But I'd like to define it more simply. Burnout is the point where your energy tank, mental, emotional, and physical, hits empty and refuses to refill. It's a state of complete exhaustion, where you feel you have nothing left to give, not to yourself and not to others. The problem is, burnout doesn't happen overnight. It creeps into your life like a thief. It starts with a tough day, then a week, then a month, until the state of crisis becomes your new normal. And because it sets in gradually, we get used to its signs. We start to see them as part of who we are. I'm just more cynical now. I'm just tired. I can't focus like I used to. These are not personality traits. They are warning signals. Let's dive into the 5 hidden signs you are most likely ignoring. Sign 1. Cynical detachment and loss of meaning. The first sign is one of the most subtle and at the same time, most devastating. You start to develop a cynical and negative attitude towards your work, your colleagues, and life in general. The things that once brought you satisfaction now seem meaningless. You feel a growing emotional distance from everything around you. Think about it. Maybe you used to enjoy helping clients, and now every interaction with them irritates you, and you feel like you're doing them a favor. Maybe you were proud of your projects, and now you do them mechanically, just to get them done, with no real involvement. This cynicism is a self-defense mechanism. When you're completely exhausted, your brain tries to protect itself from further disappointment or effort, so it builds a wall of indifference. If I don't care, I can't get hurt or even more exhausted. This detachment can also extend into your personal life. You start to feel disconnected from friends, your partner, your family. Conversations seem empty, and going out feels like an obligation. It's like watching your own life from the sidelines, through a dirty window, without truly participating in it anymore. If you see yourself here, it doesn't mean you've become a bad or uncaring person. It means your emotional tank is empty. Sign 2. Brain fog and silly mistakes. The second sign is one that many attribute to fatigue or aging: brain fog. You feel like your brain is simply not working at full capacity. You forget simple things, like where you put the keys that are already in your hand. You reread the same paragraph 3 times and still don't understand what it says. You send an important email and forget to attach the document. Again, these are not just moments of carelessness. When you're in burnout, your brain is in a constant state of overload. The prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning, focus, and decision-making, is practically fried. It no longer has the resources to function correctly. This is how what we call silly mistakes happen. Errors you would normally never make. You struggle to concentrate in a meeting, and your mind wanders in 1,000 directions. Your creativity is at an all-time low. Any task that requires sustained mental effort feels like a marathon. This brain fog is frustrating and can make you doubt your own competence, further fueling the negative cycle of burnout. You are not less intelligent. You are just cognitively exhausted. Sign 3. Irritability and disproportionate reactions. Does this scenario sound familiar? You're in line at the supermarket, and someone in front of you is moving too slowly. Inside, you feel an irrational rage boiling up. Or maybe your partner asks you a simple question, and you snap back with a sharp tone you immediately regret. This is the third hidden sign: constant irritability and emotional reactions that are completely disproportionate to the situation. When you're in burnout, your frustration tolerance is practically zero. Your emotional battery is so drained that the slightest inconvenience, the smallest additional stressor, can cause a short circuit. You become hypersensitive to noise, to interruptions, to anything that doesn't go according to plan. People around you feel like they're walking on eggshells, and the most painful part is that you often take out your frustration on your loved ones, the people who are not at fault. Then comes the guilt, which consumes you even more. This irritability is not a character flaw. It's a cry for help from your nervous system, which is completely overwhelmed. It's like a glass that is already full to the brim. Any additional drop, no matter how small, will cause it to overflow. Sign 4. Fatigue that sleep doesn't cure. This one seems obvious, but the subtlety is in the details. We're not talking about the normal tiredness at the end of a long day. We're talking about a deep existential exhaustion, a soul-deep fatigue. You can sleep 8, 9, even 10 hours, but you wake up feeling just as drained as if you hadn't slept at all. Why does this happen? Because burnout isn't just about physical fatigue. It's about an exhausted nervous system. Even when you're asleep, your brain can remain in a state of high alert, processing accumulated stress and worries. Sleep is no longer restful. It no longer recharges your batteries. This exhaustion also manifests as a total lack of energy for anything. The thought of going to the gym, cooking a healthy meal, or even going out with friends seems exhausting. You'd rather lie on the couch and stare into space because you simply don't have the resources for anything else. If sleep no longer refreshes you and you constantly feel drained, this is one of the clearest signals that you have far surpassed the threshold of normal stress. Sign 5. Anhedonia, the loss of joy. The last sign is perhaps the saddest. It's called anhedonia, a clinical term that describes the inability to feel pleasure. Simply put, the things that used to bring you joy now mean nothing to you. Your favorite hobby, whether it was painting, reading, or playing video games, now feels like a chore. The music you loved sounds flat. Your favorite food doesn't taste the same. A get-together with friends, which used to energize you, now drains you. This is not sadness. Sadness is an active emotion. You feel the pain. Anhedonia is an emptiness, a numbness. It's as if life has lost its color and everything is in shades of gray. It's a dangerous sign because it isolates you. When nothing brings you joy anymore, why make the effort? This is how you enter a vicious cycle. You feel exhausted, so you give up the activities that could recharge you, which makes you feel even more exhausted and empty inside. What can you do? Small steps to emerge into the light. If you've recognized yourself in one or more of these signs, the first thing I want you to know is, you are not alone, and it is not your fault. Burnout is not a personal failure, but a normal response of the body and mind to abnormal and prolonged pressure. The good news is, you can get out of this. Not overnight, but step by step. Here are a few simple ideas to get you started. Acknowledge and validate. The first and most powerful step is to put a name to what you're feeling. Say it out loud. I am in burnout, but I am definitely not lazy or a failure. Just acknowledging the state releases immense pressure. Create real micro breaks, not just a coffee break in front of the computer. Get up and walk away from your desk for 5 minutes. Look out the window, take 10 deep breaths, do nothing. These micro breaks help your nervous system get out of the fight or flight state. Set one clear boundary. Don't try to change your whole life overnight. Choose one thing. For example, today, I will not check my work email after 7 p.m. Or at lunch, I will take a 30-minute break without talking about work. One respected boundary gives you back a sense of control. Reconnect with a small joy without pressure. Don't force yourself to get back into your complex hobby. Find something tiny. Listen to a single song you used to love without doing anything else. Eat a piece of good chocolate and pay attention to the taste. Pet an animal. Look for sparks, not fireworks. Burnout is not a life sentence. It is a warning signal. It's your body and soul's way of telling you, stop. Something has to change. The path you're on now leads to a cliff. The 5 signs, cynical detachment, brain fog, irritability, deep fatigue, and the loss of joy, are the messengers of this crisis. Don't ignore them anymore. Listen to them. Honor them. If you recognized yourself in today's story, please write in the comments which of the signs resonated with you the most. Only by talking about this openly can we break the stigma and help each other. You are not alone in this. And remember, the first step to reclaiming your power is to admit you've lost it.